What's up, guys? Chemist here from Meanwhile in the Man Cave. We take a look at all things pop culture, games, toys, or anything we think is cool. And today we are taking a look at yet another Todd McFarlane DC Multiverse figure that is of the Flash. And that would be based on the CW Flash show starring Grant Gustin. The CW version of Flash first made his appearance in Arrow Season 2, Episode 8 on December 4th of 2013, and later began his 9-season run of his own show on October 7th of 2014. The CW version of The Flash was developed by Jeff Johns, Andrew Kreisberg, and Greg Berlanti. The Flash TV series featured a nice rogues gallery of villains, and wasn't afraid to throw a few nods to the 90s Flash TV series. Alrighty, let's start off looking at the box. It's the typical Todd McFarlane fare. Got the window box here, in case you forgot what you're buying. Title of the character, and on the back, a picture of Grant Gustin as the Flash. So, let's get some of this tape off and get the Flash out of his plastic encasement. Alright, inside the box, the usual fare. Got your collector's card and the normal figure stand. Alright, comes with a couple pieces of Speed Force. This looks like it's supposed to go up around his shoulders. And a couple of straight pieces of the Speed Force. And Barry Allen himself, the Flash. Pretty good likeness of Grant himself. Season 7. I like the texture on the suit. It's really good. I always thought they did a pretty good job with the costume on the show anyway. So, starting with the articulation, this is your right and left motion. You have your nodding forward and back. I do wish it would tilt a little further back so you could actually have him looking forward a little more when he's running. But that seems to be pretty standard with these figures, that the head doesn't go that far back. You do have some tilting as well. Lateral movement with the arms, as well as back and forth. At the shoulder, pivot between the shoulder and bicep, as well as the double elbow joint. Standard with most Todd McFarlanes. Down here at the wrist, got the normal Todd McFarlane hinge. Just make sure that's lined up before you attempt to bend the wrist so you don't break it. And you do have some twisting here as well. Again, like I always say, wish that was on a ball joint. So, now, at his abdomen, got a little crunch motion here, as well as some twisting. And a waist joint as well. Give you a little extra variety there. Usually I have a problem with these lines if you have to twist. They're not so obvious when you have those off. So if there was like a direct pattern there, it would bother me if those weren't lining exactly up. But down here at his legs, got the lateral movement, forward, little back, There you go. I do like that. It's got a little bit of a back motion here. Some of these recent McFarlane figures, this piece that comes down here, part of the butt, has been blocking any motion back. Well, this one has a little bit of motion, and it's just about right. A lot of these figures lately, I've had it so you come right to here, and it stops, and you can't get any more motion out of it. But this one, it can carry back a little bit, which is perfect. So you got a double knee joint here. I do wish they had the joint up here to do a little bit of twisting. They do not do that. Todd McFarlane doesn't tend to do that. Hopefully in the future he does. Down here at the feet, back and forth with the foot, as well as a toe joint. I always like the toe joint. Also have some turning of the foot. It's important for some of the poses that you can do, planting his foot and such on there. This should be the same on the other side, so I'm not going to waste any time with that. We are going to get him into some poses right now, and I'm going to tell you what I think. And this is kind of what I chose to go with. He was pretty easy to pose in a running fashion here. I feel the articulation on this figure did allow for me to get him in kind of a kinetic pose. I always felt they did a good job with the look at the Flash in the TV series. I do like Grant's rendition of the Barry Allen character. Yeah, the cool thing for me for this Flash character is the pieces of the Speed Force were a little different than what I had with some of my other Flash figures, so could probably use those or interchange them with some of the other Flash versions I have in the Multiverse series. So overall, gotta say, I like the articulation on this character. I like the details on the costume. If you're a Flash fan of the comic character or a TV show, it's definitely worthwhile find. And I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and come back for the next episode of Meanwhile in the Man Cave. I'll talk to you guys later.